Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Let's Learn the Mods. Today we're going to be starting industrial craft. My main focus today will be basic power generation and kind of really basic automated low amounts of power generation, but completely self-sufficient. You won't really have to do much of anything once it's set up. So I'll be back in a bit and we'll start with how to make a few of these systems. Okay, so let's get started with the basics of power generation. We're essentially going to be using a generator, a planter, a harvester, and a couple of basic buildcraft pipes. These are your absolute basic stuff to use to set up this system, and a battery box as well as, oh god, yeah, I think that's it. Just an electric furnace on top of that, and some cable, and a redstone engine. Okay, to get started, the planter will basically plant a bunch of saplings for us automatically. I'm not going to get into explaining this because this is going to be a whole nother series when I start Minefactory Reloaded. The harvester will harvest the stuff for us. But yeah, that's essentially how we're going to set up this thing. You can also do this with golems, except that takes a lot more setup due to the fact that you need a lot of research. Okay, so let's get started with the very basic part. Set the planter below. It has to be 1 block below, and it'll do it in a radius around it. It'll naturally do one block around it. You can expand it with these upgrades. We're going to be doing that, I believe. So I'll up it by 11. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it'll go up to there. So we'll just set our harvester like that. Okay. And then we'll give that an emerald upgrade as well. Actually, now that I think about it, we're going to need 2 of these. Let's forgo the emerald upgrade. This is not even important. This is just a proof of concept. So we're going to do that. So, whoops. Why aren't you placing like I want you to? You're being retarded. You are, okay, no, I'm being retarded. Alright. So, all we need is to put a bunch of saplings in there. And let's actually get this thing set up. So what's going to happen is we're going to need a diamond pipe, first off. Diamond pipe. Diamond pipe. There it is. Okay. We'll set our diamond pipe here. And then we'll need a chest. So 1 chest. Alright, so what we're going to do is basically any apples and saplings that come out, we're going to have basically it randomly place the saplings down here as well as in the chest. You can, there is a way to get it to evenly do it, but like I said before, this is proof of concept at the moment. So, yeah. Alright, so we're going to have that go there. And then we're going to right click this with like an empty hand or whatever. So we can filter what we're going to do. So we're going to have saplings go down to black. And yeah, saplings down to black. Now you will eventually reach an overflow, but unfortunately that's kind of what we're stuck with right now. You can slow down the overflow by letting the saplings also go in here. But you will have to monitor it a bit. But this is like your very, very basic setup. So don't expect to, you know, completely leave this go. But for the most part, it's self-sufficient. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have wood go down the blue path. So blue. And then we'll need apples to go down the, I believe it was the red path, we'll see. Yeah, it was the red path, so we'll have apples go down the red path. Alright, so then what we'll do from here is have it go into your basic electric furnace. Electric furnace will basically cook everything for you. what it's going to do is it's going to turn into charcoal for us. Alright, and then we need a wooden transport pipe to remove the charcoal. And then we'll take a redstone engine, place it there, that'll extract the charcoal. We need a lever. Alright, there you go, lever. And then we'll have that go straight into a generator that will remove all charcoal that's in there and place it in the generator. Then we'll put a bad box below the generator, so all power generated without power loss will be placed straight into the back box. There is power loss with cables, so keep that in mind when you're doing your system. I believe it's 5 EU or 5 cables for copper. I'm not too sure about tin at the moment, and each cable can only handle a certain amount. As you can see, tin can only handle an amount of 32. Luckily, the bad box only outputs 32. And so we'll hook the Minefactory Reloaded power up here. Now, Minefactory Reloaded can run on 2 different types of power. It can run on both MJ and EU. MJ being the Buildcraft power, and EU being the Industrial Craft power. But since we're focusing on Industrial Craft, we're going to be using EU. Alright, so that's an incredibly inefficient wiring job. In fact, you know what, let's at least clean this up. There, that's a little less inefficient. Now, if we were super concerned about it, we could put a step down, step up, step down, which I think we'll do. More often than not, this really shouldn't be a big deal. But if you're super concerned about power loss, you can do a step up, step down. This will basically reduce the amount of distance the wires are traveling. So what we'll do is we'll have this right here. The multiple dots are the high energy side, and then the smaller dots are the single dots are the low energy side. So the highest energy this thing can output or receive is 128 EU per tick. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this to a fixed step up, and then right after that we'll put it like this. So since we're facing it this way, the 3 dots are the 5 dots are facing this. So we'll have to this do a fixed step down. That'll reduce the amount of cable, which will reduce the amount of loss we have. So keep that in mind when you're doing your power system. And don't hook up tin cables to anything more than 32 EU per tick, because that'll ruin your cables. Alright, so that's the basic setup. Now we need to actually get the saplings into here. So I believe we put the saplings here. Yeah, black. Okay. So we'll take the cobblestone transport pipe like that, and then we'll just lead it into here. Okay. I think that's pretty much ready to go. All we'll really need is a runoff for charcoal. So that's what we'll do. We're going to place a chest right there. Or if you really wanted to keep it all in one chest, you could literally go like this. It's really, really up to you. Oops, not there. There. Alright, so it's up to you. You could have a runoff here or not. And let's cover all this up. And then I'm going to let this go for a little while, and we'll be back, and I'll start with a little more advanced setup. So let's get this into here. Alright, we got saplings, and let's give it some power. So, I don't know, let's just get a bunch of charcoal. There we go. This thing should go on its own now. So, we'll be back, and I will start with more advanced portions of this. I actually didn't realize how long this video was going, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the power generation tutorials into multiple portions. This will be our basic one, and then I'll do a couple of advanced ones in the next video. So I'll see you all later.